Capital One knows life doesn't alert you about your credit card.
Next stop, Graham Street. In Bryant in the khaki shorts, your G&L energy bill went up 60% this month. Seems like you'd want to know. Stand clear of the closing doors.
So, meet Eno, the Capital One assistant that catches things that might look wrong, like increases to a recurring bill, then sends an alert to your phone and helps you fix it. Eno, another way Capital One is watching out for your money when you're not. Capital One, what's in your wallet? See CapitalOne.com for details. Limitations apply.
Right now, you can get both Sprint's unlimited plan and the all-new Samsung Galaxy S10 included for just $35 per month per line for 5 lines. All you need is approved credit and an 18-month lease. No trade-in required. Visit a Sprint store, sprint.com, or call 800-SPRINT-1.
Phone $15 a month after $22.50 a month. Credit apply within 2 bills. If canceled earlier, main balance due. Unlimited basic after 6/30/20. Pay $32 per month per line for 5 lines with auto pay. Data deprioritization during congestion. Speed maximums. Use rules and restrictions apply.
Hi, this is Jim the Keys, bartender, coming to you live from Blackwater Siren here on Blackwater Sound. Hi, Michelle. It is a Tuesday at 10 after 4, and it's a beautiful day. It's warm.
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Tuesday. It's the mid-80s. And today we'll have, as we always do, Bill Wissinger.
Hi, how y'all doing?
Luke Glenn, and I'm Jim Horan, your host.
Who's doing the beer run?
Yeah, he's doing the beer run. We're going to be having the owner, Jesse, on. We're going to have a little guest call in. Well, I'm going to be calling in to Jim Horan Sr., my father, in Dover, Delaware. And we're going to I think we had a very eventful week coming up. It was Easter week down here. It was very busy.
Man, I love all the tourists and love to spend their money, but enough already. Learn how to drive.
Yeah, well, I guess when it's the way when you're tentative, when you're driving, you're looking for a location. You're not exactly sure it is.
I'm not looking for a location. Look, Martha, there's water.
Oh, okay. But sometimes when we're driving down the highway, they're looking for an address, and they're so focused on their destination that they forget.
No, I'm not bitching about that. I'm fine if you're going 30 miles an hour in the right lane with your blinker on, looking for where you're going. You're good. When you're on the middle of the bridge and you're going 10 miles an hour in the convertible, taking a picture of the water. Okay.
Yep. Thank you, Luke.
There we go.
Oh,
B-E-R-R-U.
Here we go. We got all this liquid around this sensitive electronic equipment. Ah, that's delicious. And as I said, it's a beautiful day. We're here with Luke and T-Bone here. Luke, we were talking recap of this week. We're eventually going to get back into subject at hand about the underreported deaths. And I mentioned to Bill that I am open to it having been 26. I just don't understand why there isn't any reports from the people making mention that there were a lot more deaths that occurred, and why there's no Inquisition. And Inquisition is a bad word, I guess, going back to the Middle Ages. You hear about the Spanish Inquisition.
Same reason that, the government's supposedly got all these black helicopter programs, and, dude, they can't keep anything. They can't keep a conversation on the Oval Office secret.
No, but you know what? I guess I did a little research today, and it was up to the 222nd listing that I found an article where someone started talking about finding a lot of bodies after the fact. Now, we're going to start light today, though. We're going to start about Easter, and it's a beautiful day. It's just after the, I guess, our traditional peak season.
Yeah, we had Sandy and I did Easter dinner last night. I did a big old leg of lamb. Ooh, it was good.
We did chicken and ribs.
I cooked a big prime
cheese and
beans.
And
I cooked a big prime rib and 20 baked potatoes.
I have lamb. I have lamb and sauce left over for your wife, or she's gonna kick my ass.
Okay, well, as I said, we had that.
I got shit faced for Easter.
There you go. Were you drunk for Christmas too?
Yeah,
I was.
Probably.
There was a buddy of mine up in Philadelphia is a comedian, Dave Karwoski, and he has a song called "I'll Be Drunk for Christmas." I think you'd really enjoy him. He does a pretty good cover for a kind of 80s rock band, punk band.
There you go.
And it's all in humor. So, but it was I'll Be Drunk for Christmas, and he goes by his name is, I forget his name, Sudsy. Sudsy is his name.
Suds me Mick drunken fuck.
Yeah, something like that. Yes, Sudsy. And as a comedian, he's very shy. He's shy about talking on the radio, but when he gets up on the mic, it's different for him if he's in front of a live group of people. But I don't know. Some comedians, they don't like to really without. Oh, I'm not going to take that call right now. Let's take that. I don't know who's calling in right now. We are taking phone calls. We're going to be taking phone calls if anybody's listening to us live right now. I don't know if it's streaming live on Facebook, but the number is 305-394-3991. If you we are definitely desperately in search of someone to go on the record and to have some type of evidence that there was more than 26 people dead down here in the Keys, and I will go over it later, but I keep on trying to bring it back. We had the end of our traditional peak season. It starts trailing off. We had the spring breaks over. We're getting we're not getting the college kids right now. We're just getting some of the families. Getting some of the foreigners are coming in. We had some big families, foreigners coming in, and they visit the Keys. And I guess we didn't get that big bump. I think we would have probably gotten a bigger bump if people thought there was a massive loss of life down here, like after Katrina.
Well, see, our traffic sucked.
Well, traffic kind of always sucks down here, doesn't it? Because we've got all the contractors down here.
It's been especially bad because, like, the farther south you go, they have 2 or 3 wrecks a day down there.
Oh, dude, the bridge.
What was that? Oh, wait. Let's talk about the one up on. Did we mention that last week?
Oh, dude.
Okay. Let me go and recount this. Heading southbound. Was it Wednesday?
Tuesday.
A van heading south got in. Was speeding.
Well,
SUV was speeding. It hit the railing, went over the fence into the water.
3 feet of water.
3 feet of
in
water.
The Florida Bay, upside down. And Good Samaritans headed in to try to help the guy, and he was resisting. An FWC officer shows up. He's belligerent towards the FWC. They're at mile marker 114, which is the north side of the Miami-Dade Monroe County line. Yeah, so by a couple miles.
And so they got actually, isn't it 1 mile?
I thought it was 108.
Well, no. Actually,
it's 112.
109.
112?
Yeah. So they bring in a Miami-Dade officer. The gentleman in the driver's seat starts grabbing at the taser.
No, grabbed his taser. Had his taser,
and then he had to shoot him, and he didn't kill him. Credit to him. I would
have put 2 in center of mass, man.
Well, come on. The guy has a taser. What is he going to do?
He's going to hit me with a damn taser.
I know, but you could step back. You could step back with a gun.
You ever been hit with a goddamn one of the police tasers?
I know. You could step back.
It's not this little
zip
the
taser. Officer, to his credit, fired into. The guy got airlifted, taken out. He was in stable condition. I guess he's still in stable condition. He's going to be in a lot of trouble. But that sucker, it happened around 2, I think.
Yeah. Well, actually, there were 2 incidents.
Okay, no, but this
one.
That
was about 2 o'clock.
Stopped. There was 2 o'clock. It stopped traffic, and then there was one on Card Sound Road.
Yeah.
That was
the guy
an accident.
rear-ended the guy.
Yeah, that was an accident.
He gets out, brandishes his weapon.
Oh, another.
Yeah, no, I told you there's 2.
Did he fire it?
No, he brandishes his weapon, goes and hits like 2 or 3 more cars. Look, if you're gonna run from the cops, turn back around and go north.
I know going into the Keys is definitely a losing proposition.
Yeah. If you're gonna run from the cops, turn back around and go north.
At 114 heading south, you can't really turn around. Well, you can turn around at 113.
No, he was on Card Sound, so he could turn around.
No, the one on the heading south on the overseas highway here.
The guy
he could have turned around at the marina there.
Yeah,
but he. He went over
the
fence.
All you guys are
but it was tied up for
At least 6, I would say.
6 hours up to 8, and
It made my good buddy Lewis late for his gig.
It made thousands of people late. There was there's thousands of people in the Upper Keys that work on the mainland
Trying to get home.
I think that was actually Thursday.
Thursday.
I think
Thursday
it was Thursday because that's when
it was starting to pick up
because we were playing and Bruce showed up.
Okay.
I don't remember. I was really drunk at the time.
And okay, it was Thursday. Okay, go back to it. It was Thursday, and all these restaurants mentioned that they had an inordinate amount of empty tables, and then at 9 o'clock it was an inundation of people coming through and being in the Keys, because we're not like Miami where people start going out at 10 o'clock. That's when it starts winding down because we're a fishing culture. We only have a couple places that are open really late. But that kind of services the late crowd.
Yeah, Luke definitely had a couple beers to drink or a little bit to smoke on Thursday.
Well, yeah, I was thinking I had the night off.
Well, you did.
I had commenced to drinking earlier in the day.
I had asked.
And he got called up for a gig?
Well, I'd asked his wife if he could cover next Thursday, a couple days from now, for me because we needed a guitar player, and she's like, well, you on tonight? I'm like, no, it's okay. I was like, he's not working. I'm going to call that month.
About 4 weeks 4 weeks ago, I asked you about your routine, and this is your routine on Thursday when you're not playing a gig, right? So you started.
Well, I usually try to make it
if you don't have a gig.
If I don't have a gig, I try to make it till
4 o'clock.
That's usually by
4 o'clock.
When you start,
needs a substitute. They'll let.
No,
me
you'll
know.
start drinking before.
Well, I
Not
did
a lot.
on this particular Thursday because I had already decided, fucking, I ain't doing shit today.
But you ended up having to work, right?
Well, unfortunately,
Because my wife is mean.
It's really hard to argue with his wife.
Well, I know that.
It's just a losing proposition. You're just like, fine, okay, I'll do whatever the hell you want me to do as long as you stop screaming.
Oh, well. And then you ended up playing where?
Catch.
At the Catch.
Yeah,
okay.
He played with Mike and I. We had a good time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He came in and played with the Key Billies.
Yeah, it was Luke Glenn and the Glenn Billies.
How'd that work out?
Worked out good.
Yeah, we had a
Oh,
good
that's
time.
good. Well, listen, this is going to sound like a ham-handed way, but we're going to do this first. This is going to be the first time we're going to try to get a real call in here, and no, we do not want to do the password.
Let me mute that until you tell me it's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn this off. I do not want to do that. I want to call somebody here.
I know those phones are high tech, man.
They are high tech.
They got all these buttons and dials and whistles.
Yeah,
and
the one thing you want to do is just make a damn call, return to the call in progress.
The funny thing is why do most of us prefer a female voice telling us what to do when there's a real live female telling us what to do? We get pissed off.
No, dude. They laugh at me all the time. I'll be walking by the weight stand and somebody will go, pick that up, and they're not talking to me. I just reach down and pick it up.
Okay. Here we go. Let's see what we get right here. We got to have Jim Horan, Sr. Let's see how he's doing. Why? I spoke to him earlier. I know he's doing well. Hey, Dad, you're on the air. Yeah, say hi to the co-host Bill.
Hi, how you doing, Mr. Horan?
And Luke Glenn.
Howdy.
Yep. You've heard them before. My father lives up in Dover, Delaware. He's a retired Navy man. He had a varied career afterwards. He was an operations manager, a general manager for a circuit board company, and then the sales manager. And he also worked instructing inmates on life skills.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and Dad,
Deck Ape or Officer Corps?
What? He was in
Deck Ape or Officer Corps?
Dad was an aviation electrician.
Oh, there you go.
Yep, and it was mainly land based. He did a couple times stints on the aircraft carrier. But we're going to be talking. I'm going up there in a week from next Wednesday.
Oh, cool. That'll be fun.
Yeah, and I'm going to be visiting Dad up in Dover.
It might still be cold up there.
Oh my God! I hear Dad. Did it snow again?
Oh, that's cold.
Yeah,
that's freezing for us. That's as cold as it ever gets.
Wow.
What do you do? What has your routine been in the last week with or the last couple weeks with all the snow? No, it wasn't. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it keeps it nice and warm.
It didn't screw up your routine? Like he goes to the YMCA 3 or 4 times a week, and that's
you got plenty.
I'm not coming through too clear right now.
What, does he need more volume?
Do you need more volume? Well, I'm not going to argue that you've been muddled before, Dad. I mean, we're also joined by the owner of the Blackwater Siren, Jesse. We're on with my father up in Dover, Delaware, and I'm sure there's people up in Delaware that wish they were down here right now. It's about 85 down here in sunny, with partly cloudy. It's beautiful. So, Dad, did you get to go to the gym? Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So, yeah, it's not. Oh, my dad lives less than a half mile from Dover Downs. So, yeah, there's a big. He likes to hit the casino there every so often, too. Play a little. A little card games and. No, but what do you like to play? Yeah. Okay, before you tell that story you want to tell, can you tell Luke, Bill, and Jesse about the time you were walking in there? You told Ruth, his wife, that he was going in to get a sandwich, and you went to the progressive nickel machine, right? A penny machine he went to play. What happened? Okay. Yes. The machine looked at you. But someone had to tell you, right? Didn't someone have to tell you we got? Yeah.
And it was all in pennies?
No, it was a penny machine. $27,000 on a penny machine.
Wow.
Yeah. You believe the guy? I mean, when I was in when I was in college, I think you came back one time. You were playing. I don't know if you were playing craps or Let It Ride, and you won $15,000 on a Royal Flush. Let It Ride. Yeah, yeah. You didn't. Some guy leaned over and told you, "Oh, you just won $15,000." Yeah. Okay. So yeah, my dad's the lucky one in the family. I always thought I'm lucky in love, but Dad's lucky in love and money. So. Yeah. Oh, well, that's Dad. The 27,000 on the penny machine was the big story. I think. When everything pennies, that would have been 2,700,000 pennies if you pay in pennies, and you wouldn't be able to. Yeah. Yeah.
That would have made my whole year.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, my dad falls into money. He gets with the trees. He had land willed to him, and one year, right before he goes on a trip, his cousin calls him and says, "Oh, they just harvested some hardwood from the land." And what was that? How much money? How much money was that? Yeah, he didn't even know it. Just gets a call from someone who got $1,000 coming to you. So, Dad, what's the story you were going to tell me? We're just... Mm-hmm. Pay my house. Yeah. Okay. $100, Dad. You can tell that's an old joke because no one would do anything for $100. Very, very attractive girl in her 20s. I was thinking 1,000 maybe. I would have said, yeah, pay my house. Yes. Dad, that's a good one. We're going to send you out on that one. I told the guys to watch their language, and you tell this joke. Yeah. Okay. No, it wasn't bad. Was it good? But it wasn't bad. No. That was a good joke, Dad. Okay. Dad, I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Say hi to Ruth. Thanks for coming on and testing our call-in skills to see if we can take calls in, and we'll find out. I think it should turn out pretty good. Thank you, Dad. Bye. Okay.
It's nice to have a friend, isn't it,
There
Jim?
you go.
Yeah. So we have Jesse here, the owner of the Blackwater Siren. We thank you for coming
Hi,
on the
Jesse.
show. Yep.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, Jesse. There you go.
There we go.
Oh, closer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
put
guys.
it right up on your lips.
Right
We're gonna-
on my lips.
There you
Tell
go.
everyone
There you go.
about
Oh.
Yeah.
It's very intimate.
These are singing microphones, so they're used to having a lot
Spit
of
all in them.
pressure put on them.
Listen, I'm not a singer.
No, well, yeah, there's powered microphones and singing. Powered
no,
microphones are better because you don't have to worry about ambient sound.
Yeah, you don't get all the ambient. You don't get all. You get a little bit of background noise, but it's not overpowering. Sometimes with the condenser mics, you can hear the conversation at the bar better than you can the people talking here, which is actually can be kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's not actually that is interesting. We would always like to
Like,
kinda
hey,
leave
that-
one up there. If we could do a remote mic
Yeah.
sometime.
When you got the four people doing the radio show, looking at the bar, listening to them, going, "Damn,
Yes.
did you really just say that?"
I heard that. Yeah. Jess, how long have you had the Black Water Siren?
Just a year.
Just a year?
Yep. Our anniversary was March 20th.
So
just a little over a year.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm hearing a lot of great things about this place. You got a nice regular crowd here. Your happy hours are?
Happy hour is Monday through Friday, 3 to 6.
3 to 6.
3 to 6.
Yep. And you have drink and food specials?
Drink and food specials. Yep. $2 for Bud and Bud Light bottles, but that's
$2 Bud Light all the time? Is that coming to an end?
That's all the time.
That's all the time.
Okay, good. I was about to say,
yeah.
you looked at me and I was going, oh my God, that's coming to an end. No.
No, we do happy hour on Bud and Bud Light bottles, $2 all day, every day.
Oh.
The other specials, Miller Lite Yingling 250 pints. Well drinks are $3.50. House wine is $3.50. And then our food, that changes every day.
Yeah.
But we have $6, $7, and $8 apps. $6, sliders.
And I have to say
Fish
that
dip.
the hot wings here kick ass.
Oh, they're so good.
Yes. So for happy hour, we do 10 wings for $8, and we got the hot wings, Thai barbecue.
And they'll do the hot garlic ones for you,
garlic. Yeah, anything you want.
Okay.
too. Yeah. And I like mine naked.
Let's go over. You do seafood here. Do you do cook your catch?
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Cook your catch, $8.99. Comes with a side. You can do it grilled, blackened, fried in the panko. If you want to do sautéed Mediterranean, that's a couple bucks more. But yeah, anything.
So we have about 70% of our listeners are actually from outside the Keys, and they listen to it. We put in our tags, Florida Keys Life, and see like Salt Life,
seafood,
and all the seafood,
drunk musicians.
Oh, and live music. How about live music? When
we do, so we always have live music on Friday nights. We are starting to do Saturday nights. We do.
I'm
not
here
have
sometime this month on
Are
a
you?
Saturday.
Yeah.
On a Saturday?
Yeah, Key
Okay.
Billies are here, I think, on a Friday.
Oh, is it a Friday? Yeah,
I think it's a
always
Friday.
Fridays. And like I said, we're now starting to venture into Saturdays. I don't think we have all Saturdays booked. After the hurricane, we kind of went down a little bit with the music, but we're bringing it back because we know people love it.
Oh, well, we mention on the show all the time how beautiful the view is from here. We're right on Blackwater Sound.
It's gorgeous. It's the time change is actually, this is the first time I bitched about the time changing back because we were getting, when we were doing the show before, we were getting the sunset right at the end of the show, and it was setting right where we could see it perfectly, and it was just gorgeous.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now we're going to have to sit here and drink beer for another hour and a half so we can watch the sunset.
Well, these worst places you could be. And
where somebody twist my arm, make me drink beer for another hour and a half while I watch the sun go down.
And the nice thing about the advent of everyone having GPS on their phone, you can always find it. They're right on the south side of the Jewfish Creek Bridge. So once you go over the top, you're just going to make that first right and come around.
And please go over the top, come down here, and then take your pictures. Don't stop in the middle of the bridge and take a damn picture.
Hey.
That kills me.
Just coming around, just trying to get here.
Oh, it slows down.
Look, Martha, there's water.
Well, okay. And you know what? I don't know why anybody would want to slow down in front of your rape vans that you guys drive. They look like rape vans. I don't think he's subject.
I can't disagree.
No, they are creepy vans. I have a hatchback, which is no one has a rape hatchback. I mean, you'd have to be really
big old E150 with a bunch of dents in it. Nothing wrong with that. Go ahead, pull out in front.
Pull out in front.
Go on.
These guys. If you want to slow down in front of these guys, good luck because I don't. Luke.
I already have.
I don't know. Luke even has brakes.
No, actually, my van has. But that's the only thing that fucking works on that piece of shit is the fucking brakes. God
I thought we were watching language.
No.
Can you tell I'm the mother? No.
Yeah, no. His dad's off the air now.
Yeah.
Oh, it was only for Dad.
We check the explicit thing. Well, I do it out of I do it out of respect if we have anybody's wife on, relative, anybody coming on. We're just trying to, and sometimes we're going to actually in the next couple of weeks we're going to have some of it's going to be coming on into political season, and we're going to get some Monroe County commissioners coming in. We'll bring them up here. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think we should just get somebody on.
I think wives probably have the worst language.
That's even better.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
you talk about the Kim
vibrating remote control panties.
No,
no.
Anyway,
we'll swap the remote control.
This
back
is what happens right here.
We just won't talk over everything.
It just descends into the gutter right there.
It never rises above the gutter.
At the end of the International Women's Day broadcast, which did you hear about that?
No.
At the end of it, he started singing the pussy song.
No.
I go like this.
Who did?
Oh, who do you think?
Out of
all three of us here,
I joined in.
Who do you think? I'm talking about
it in
the
nicest way. Man.
I know, but I was just
wait. Was it Prince's?
It was a tribute to women.
Prince Pussy Control?
My God.
No.
It was my.
This is a Luke.
Oh, this is a Luke song?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, it was right at the end where we're signing off. We're signing off, Jesse, and I'm talking about. I said, "Oh, I thank everyone." And all of a sudden, he goes into the song, and I go, "Bill, don't sign off, please. Not now, Luke. Not now. Don't sign off yet." So we let him finish the song, and then we
kept it going for a few minutes, and
it was the funniest thing that we did so far. I think it worked out really good. It was inappropriate but funny.
Gotcha.
Time, but I see a lot of people that come up from down south, and I see them come in here and sit. A lot of our locals, a lot of seasonals have left.
Yeah, they're already leaving.
They're already leaving. So we're going to be getting the vacationers coming in. The people come in with their families.
We're going to get all the Miami crowd and Lauderdale
family
crowd down.
People come in. We'll get
all of our friendly Cuban folks.
Now, with the advent of all the online booking and all that stuff, people, you'll notice if you go and look for rentals and things like that, you'll find the prices dropped dramatically down here. And there's a lot of availability of rental properties.
And if you want to dive or fish, man, if you're down here in the Keys in the summer, it is gorgeous. It's dead flat calm. You can paddle a canoe to the Bahamas. There is so many fishing opportunities.
There's plenty of guides. There's backwater guides. There's deep sea fishing.
And they're not charging the stupid exorbitant in-season rates.
You go out fishing, you catch some fish, and you come to a Blackwater Siren and they'll cook it. You ask the mate, throw him some money, have him clean your fish.
No, he doesn't clean it.
And if you
the mate.
Oh.
The mate.
I was gonna say,
the first mate.
If I just walk in with
Jesse's
fish on a
no,
hook,
no. Yeah,
Lola will throw it back at me.
On the boat. On the boat. Okay, you got
the
me.
first mate.
Lola's going here.
You're going to catch some fish.
Knock yourself out,
Listen,
buddy.
this has happened. People have walked in with fish on their fishing poles, so we just have to clarify
No. When you go on these fishing trips, you just at the end of it, you ask the mate, throw them some money, they'll clean your fish. You take your cooler, you get a bag, some ice and stuff like that. You bring it here, and as you're ready to go.
That's how I fish.
And if you're not too sure that you're going to be into it, you can always go out on a party boat, which they supply you the rod, the reel, all the bait, all the shit stuff.
Yep.
If you're that big of a pussy, and
no,
that doesn't make you a pussy.
That's the best way to do it.
Oh, party boats are fun,
man.
Wait
a second.
Yeah.
I ran party
I
boats
go
for
out when
years.
I catch one. All I'm going to eat. If that's all the fish, I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done. Are you going to freeze the rest of it?
Somebody else does all the work for you.
Yeah.
They do
basically drop it down, crank it up. Yes, sir. That's another grunt, sir.
I'm under what?
Yep.
Yes, sir. That's another grunt, sir.
Well,
once again,
I'll bring
you've
it
got
up.
another grunt, sir.
I'll bring it up. But when I'm done, I'm just drinking on the water. That's
there
it.
You go.
That's right.
I love it. I love being on the water. Haven't done it in years.
And if
I haven't done it in years.
You haven't done what in years? Gone
Well,
on
I
the
know.
water?
I went on a memorial service
go
on the water.
What?
Last two times I
Right.
went was memorial services.
You guys, next door.
Oh.
If you don't have a boat, right next door to me, Sand Dollar Boat Rentals.
Yeah.
They will
Sand
rent
Dollar-
you Sand Dollar Boat Rentals right next door.
They will
Okay,
hook
there you go.
They will hook you all up. They got
Oh, yeah.
pontoon boats, center consoles.
They got all of them.
Do you know
Yep.
their number?
Don, the owner, will. No, I don't have it.
I'm sure you can find a website or find
Yeah.
them
You just Google
on Facebook.
Sand Dollar Boat Rentals.
Sand Dollar Boat Rentals.
I just went out there on Saturday with them. Awesome.
Are these people coming in? Or are they?
Same thing.
Yeah, that
What are we doing?
definitely looks like a rental boat because it's
There we
got
go.
like
Yeah.
25 people.
Yeah.
That
They
don't-
do all the work for you too there.
Yeah.
No putting in, no putting it out, no cleaning, no whatever.
I like to put it in, put it out. Just go, baby.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
at that.
I hear you.
We
put
got a
it
little bit
out
of
a
practice
lot.
at that.
I just walked into that tonight.
Yeah,
Yes, you did.
You did.
You can't leave the gate open around here because somebody's going to go through it.
In more ways than one with Luke. I have to say. So, Sand Dollar Boat Rentals. You got the Anchorage.
Anchorage is right next door.
Right here. You got Gilbert's on the other side.
right across the canal.
And they just
this is a
remodeled all their
hotbed.
rooms,
This is
too.
a hotbed of activity and stuff to do. If you're down here, you probably wouldn't have to go too far. You could spend your whole vacation, maybe run into down a little south and go do a little shopping. But you have everything you need right here. You got the ocean on the other side,
and the boating scene is clothing optional.
The boating scene is.
Yeah.
Most people, some people, they should it be clothing required.
Yeah. No, that's like going down to Key West for Fantasy Fest. I'm not going to be walking around naked. Please, you don't be walking around naked either, unless you're 20-something and look good naked.
I got naked pictures of Luke if you want to see them.
I'm getting older and my stomach's got the Dunlop disease and that, and I don't need to be walking around naked in body paint. If you are in the same situation, please don't.
Man,
be
you'd make a
around
good
naked
Zeppelin,
in body
though.
paint. I would.
Do you know I had
good.
some guys before I came up here to talk to you. He said, "Is that ZZ Top over there?" I said, "No."
Oh, really?
I said, but I said you do need to ask about his Italy adventures. I said it got him out of lots of trouble.
Oh, wait! I heard. Wait, I just heard the Kim told me this. Or someone told me the story. Wait, Kim told
closer. Sorry.
Okay, Kim. There's a fun story about the Italy trip. You missed. I understand you missed the flight.
Oh yeah.
You were taking a shit.
Man.
No,
I didn't hear about that.
No, that was Kimberly had to go out and smoke. I told everybody I took a shit.
Oh well.
You
know what?
But
I think they
that's not why
blame
missed
you.
the
I think
flight.
they're attributing you taking a shit. That you
That's
missed
okay.
it.
ZZ Top.
She went outside to get a smoke.
Yeah.
Why didn't she bring Nick around?
And then they wouldn't let her back in because we had the wrong ticket stubs.
Oh.
They tore off the fucking and gave us like
The wrong end?
The wrong end, yeah. So we didn't have the UPC code that would have got us back in. So
UPC code to what?
to the air, our tickets to prove
Where they scan it.
Okay.
And we were in Chicago, and there's no friendly smoking area in fucking Chicago anywhere.
Wait a second. You were going to...
We were going out to San Francisco, but we had a layover in Chicago.
Okay, well, I got the whole story wrong because supposedly you were going to Italy and
stuff.
No,
Italy was ZZ Top.
That's when I...
No, the ZZ Top. Yeah, the guys at the bar
Top,
from Canada
ZZ
really thought that he was ZZ Top just like 5 minutes ago.
Really? Should have taken it.
Not even kidding.
Should have just said it. Buy him a beer.
Are like 25 years older than me, man. Fuck.
Is he really?
Yeah,
well,
man.
See, you get confused for everybody.
They look
man.
like him back in the 80s.
You get confused for me. You get confused for...
it's the beard. They just don't look past the beard.
Jimmy all the
I'm
time.
Jimmy all the time. Oh, how's your
Jimmy?
son doing? Yeah, everybody asks me how my son's doing.
Jimmy, wait.
Jimmy
you're about
who?
50. Jimmy Hawkins.
Yeah.
I got to get...
What?
Jimmy Hawkins looked like if Jesus made it to 80.
Yeah. Jimmy Hawkins, they confuse you for him?
Yeah.
I got to get...
It's just the beard then. They're not looking past the beard.
Yeah.
I don't...
Even
Kimberly
my
gets me
lady
and him
kicks
confused.
his ass all the time.
She
man.
doesn't.
Yes, she does.
How the heck?
That's his
How the
wife.
heck- Wait.
She has
Cowboy
grabbed
hat,
him by the...
beard.
Smacked him in the back of the head, grabbed him by the beard, and snatched him around. Oh,
That's
you're not
Oh,
my
she was
husband.
messed.
Hi,
She must be
Kimberly.
she must have been messed up because.
No, she really wasn't. She just got there.
No, she was just
But
being
the
mean.
only thing you have in common is that
Yeah,
your
cowboy hat
your
and
beard's
beard.
a lot longer. Yours is a lot grayer. You're heavier and taller. So, I mean, it's two different people.
And I have a saggy britches in the bottom.
There you go.
Droopy drawers.
Droopy drawers.
Yeah.
Hell,
Okay.
The
That's
bartender
pretty
at the
sexy.
crib Saturday night did that to me. She started going, nah, 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 nah. I'm like, I looked at her. I'm like, Kathy.
Oh,
she goes,
yeah.
oh, never mind. Sorry. Wrong guy. Oh.
Are you all right?
That's why I give you that little bag.
We're going to
set
thank
it on.
Jesse for being on. Thank you very much. Oh, thank
That'd
you.
be awesome,
Woo.
man.
Oh, that's
BEERRUN beer on Bud Light. Yeah, you can just bring
Okay,
a bottle
you
over
know
there.
what? We're gonna revisit that. I'm gonna get over to this little piece of information. We'll get back to that. The underreported. That's now, like I said before.
Bring out your dead.
Supposedly,
Bring
there's
out your
a lot of
dead.
professionals. There's doctors that were working in what's it? Fisherman's. It used to be Fisherman's Hospital. Now it's Baptist in Marathon. That was the trauma center. They were setting up headquarters in. You had the Travel-Rama park that was completely destroyed there. And okay, here we go. Authorities are pulling. This is a story that came out. Authorities are pulling many bodies out of wreckage of the South Keys in Florida. Numbers are likely not being reported because next of kin need notification, which is probably incorrect because next of kin, if they're of ill-determined immigration status,
they'll still count the number. They just won't. They
didn't count. Well,
report the name.
They're saying the worst south of Marathon, which would be Big Pine Key to Key West. They said the number so far could fill an 18-wheeler. Now, these are initial reports. As reported that between 25,000 and 35,000 did not evacuate.
Yeah. Look, trust me. If you live in a tin can, if you live in a recycled aluminum beer can,
yeah,
you're going to go stay with your buddy that's in the concrete block house 3 doors down.
Okay, but
and then when you go and you look at your tin can that's been fucking destroyed and you've got nowhere to stay, you fucking have to leave.
No. But if you had questionable immigration status, you'd be afraid because actually 4 days before the hurricane, supposedly they weren't going to check identities and do background.
I certainly appreciate that.
They weren't going to. Thank you. They weren't going to do background checks of these people, right? But right before it, they said they were going to do background checks in the shelters. So. People who had not, let's say they didn't have the required documents, they were concerned about not being able to get back in or being deported, may have refused to evacuate. So we'll go on here. One federal agent, it says, with weapons at ready, wondered aloud, why would they need that for a damage assessment? Meaning, why would you need to have documents for a damage assessment? It was reported that thousands chose to stay despite the hurricane, which I thought was stupidity unless you had a concrete 2 or 3 story house. Most of those people had campers, that especially the ones that lived in the Travel Rama, and they were didn't have the resources to go and rent any spaces, or didn't have the towage to pull their campers with them. They're
fucking leave it and fucking bail.
Okay, you're thinking like a person that lives here that has documents and a license. Now, not everyone has that, Bill. So, well, they chose to stay, and they
trust me. If you show, nobody was checking ID at the Marathon shelter.
No. Okay,
I know the emergency manager down there.
Okay,
and
did someone reach you already, Bill? Was that why you're trying to deny all this thing until we get a report?
Like I said, I know the emergency manager down there. We went over this when it came out.
You don't stay on that low-level island in a friggin' hurricane, no matter what the strength it is. The storm surge will always get you, and the second half of the storm is where the shit hits the fan. The first half weakens structures. The last half of the storm rips them apart. And that's when they shut down south of mile marker 73.
Well, the reason they shut that down is the road was gone.
Well, we have reports that a lot of trucks were able to get through and stuff like that. The road was not gone. If you had a vehicle,
it was seriously.
No, I'm just saying it wasn't. There was no helicopters down there. There was no pictures taken from the air down there, and all the cell phones were confiscated.
Ooh, eerie.
Hey, we can poo-poo this, or we can investigate it further.
No, actually, Noah put up a thing, man, that showed you could look up where you live at. You type in your address, and it would do a zoom in on your neighborhood.
Oh, yeah. Man, I had.
You could look at the whole.
I pulled up Google Earth, and we were looking at the roof damage on Josh's house down in Big Pine.
Yeah, but they didn't zoom in on the mangroves and the bodies in the trees and stuff like that were washed out in the base of the trees.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about
when I brought beer back.
You brought beer back and Jim went crazy. It's okay.
What?
Wait a second. Okay, I don't know why we'd have to immediately deny something like this if we have emergency responders that suggested that there was a drastic undercount of deaths in the lower Keys, south of mile marker 73. And some Miami firefighters said at least in the central part of Marathon, especially where the campground Travel Rama, where you had long-term people staying there in campers, there was 1,905 bodies. That's their contention. Now, without facts, obviously, that's just a rumor. It's like you can say, woo, but we're going to stay on top of it. Why? If several people say this, and a lot of people say it, and the people down there say it, why aren't there at least reports that it could have happened. And you hear about FEMA trailers.
Well, let's go with Occam's razor.
Well, what were you saying about people confiscating cell phones and below 73, mile marker 73,
there was a checkpoint at 73 because the road was washed out.
No, it wasn't, because my husband went down there the day of the storm.
Yeah. Did he get the cell phone taken away?
No.
No, this was after they reopened.
Now, he had no cell phone coverage, period.
Yeah, no, dude.
Because
actually,
the cell phones were not working.
Big Pine, 3 days after the storm went through, I drove down to Big Pine after they had cleared the road and put some temporary blacktop back over.
Did he take any pictures when he was down there?
I took a shit ton of pictures.
In the south?
South of 73, yeah, he was in Marathon.
He took a bunch of pictures?
Yeah, I was down to Big Pond. I took a shit ton of pictures.
You got them? In the mangroves? Were you in
no, fuck no.
I
would take pictures.
Calm down. Did you weird?
I was taking pictures
what were you
of my
taking
office.
pictures of? You were just taking pictures of empty...
I was taking pictures of the 6 inches of mud that were in my office because I had to set
Okay.
that thing up so I could get...
The reason that there was a checkpoint at 73 is because there was such damage that they didn't want people just coming in there
and looting.
Yes, that, and there was no utilities, there was no services.
Dude,
they were trying to get to the people that were already there. They didn't need a whole bunch of people coming in. So the only persons that they let through 73 were people that were trying to restore services, people that were trying to help. The roads weren't washed out.
Oh, actually, it was at.
Okay, there you go. See,
yeah,
this is where we got.
It was where the new blacktop is, right there by Dion, the old Dion store, right there in Alamorada.
The roads weren't. That's
gone.
what I hear.
I'm just saying that they got through.
Oh yeah, you could get through, provided you had a vehicle that could get through.
What did Josh? Correct. Who was in charge of recovery effort south of 73?
I believe it was FEMA. I'm not sure though. There was somebody down there that
supposedly FEMA wasn't in charge.
No, it was. I stopped.
I don't know.
It was the anti-terrorism task force in Key West.
There were Monroe County guys down there because Derek.
No, there was everyone, but there's the person in charge.
Yeah, because Derek wouldn't let me turn around at the roadblock.
I don't really know.
Because I tried to turn around. I'm saying, hey man, it's okay. He's like, oh no, you got insurance stuff and you got citizens going to be doing your office.
He said a washout, and you said there was no washout.
I'll give you pictures.
Well, no, there was always a checkpoint. You couldn't get past.
No.
When I got here,
the checkpoint. Supposedly, you heard that Bill said the checkpoint was due to the washout.
I don't know what it was due.
Give me a second.
They don't want people going down there that they couldn't support. They were going to go down there, and there was no services. There's no water. There was no food. Yeah, there was no food. There was no water. There was no services as far as.
All I have to do is get a hold of one of the doctors that worked in Marathon.
I'm sitting there at the because. I don't do anything with insurance, and I definitely wasn't next to the Circle K by the insurance company by the Circle K. But I'm sitting there, guys are pulling in, and it's like, hey, where can we get gas? I'm like,
nowhere yet.
Miami?
Yeah, nowhere yet.
Miami.
There were people pulling in saying
that? Dude, I'm like, really? Hey, where'd you come? Oh, I just came down from Miami. I'm checking my house. Well, you should have brought gas, dumbass.
Well, the Monroe County Sheriffs, within a week, they came out with an estimate that there would be a 10% drop in the population down here from people not returning.
I believe that.
But how did they come up with that number?
I don't know what the number is, but I know
they said 10%. It was a friend of mine.
Drop.
I can't say it unless it came on, but he's a big guy in the Monroe County Sheriff's Department, and I thought 10%. That's an oddly specific percentage to go and say beforehand. Why not 25%? Why not 5%? Why would you pick 10%? Because, I mean, why would you have to predict it until you got 1 year out? Then you'd know exactly what it was. Why would you need a prediction? Unless you knew there was a number of people that couldn't come back.
Well, I have a feeling that they're going to fucking ban all these fucking travel homes as fucking
long-term
housing.
Yeah. Well, there's all trailer parks up in. It's a direct hit that did the campers.
The ones that are in Almirada, man, they still ain't opened yet. They're all closed down.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like anybody's really doing shit.
You're off, Bill. There.
Yeah, they're done. They're going to build condos there.
Well, here we go. We don't have anybody on the record yet, but if we can get a doctor or any firemen, people are in the recovery, just go on the record and say, you know what? I was down there the whole time. And there's only 26 people died. Out of all the homeless people, out of all the people that lived on the hook, out of all the people that didn't evacuate, then that's that.
So we don't have a count. Is that what you're saying?
No, we have a count.
Yeah,
It's
no,
20.
I'm not saying it wasn't underreported.
It's 26.
I'm
26 identified.
I'm just saying maybe the number could have been 40, 50, maybe even 75, but it wasn't.
75's in the whole state.
1,500.
Well, wait. If it's underreported, if it's 26, it's 26. There's bodies.
Yeah,
bodies are bodies.
Yeah.
If it's 75, that's
but
another 50 people.
Yeah, but if you got liveaboards that are washed away, you ain't getting the body back on that one.
No, I'm talking about bodies they put in trailers and took north.
You'd think somebody would have called.
Okay,
but
well,
whatever.
okay, that's it. Hey, listen, it's out there. I'm positing that, and until I hear any different, I'm going to keep on waiting for someone to just come on the record and say, you know what, I was there when we pulled it. This is how many bodies we pulled out near the trailer park, Travelrama. That's all I want to hear. That one place.
I could come on the record.
I know. Yeah, you'd come on a lot of stuff.
Could.
Well,
you come all over everything.
That's pretty much it for the show today. After Luke, if you came on the record, that would probably invalidate the whole investigation.
Here we go. I think I'm getting there.
It would get all sticky. Okay. My name's Jim. I want to thank Jesse for coming out. I want to thank Blackwater Siren. Remember, we have happy hour here Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m., 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Live entertainment. On Friday, they're going to be reintroducing music, it looks like, on Saturdays and stuff. They do Cook Your Catch. They're right on the south side of the Jewfish Creek Bridge here. And, just look them up.
First restaurant as you get into the Keys.
That's
there
right. Because that's Cross Key over there.
Yep. First and last entry.
Yes. And you can find, you might find a guy that looks like ZZ Top sitting around here.
Top.
Yep.
He's here occasionally.
And it's funny they call it ZZ Top because that was a band. So that means you look like three guys. Two of them with beards and one clean shaven.
Frank Beard.
Then the guy Frank Beard was the guy without the beard.
I don't have many ass hairs anymore, so.
Oh, my God.
That is a beautiful thing, man. Luke, that is so attractive.
That's fantastic.
Well, thank you, Jesse. You say goodbye.
Goodbye.
My name's Jim. I like to say goodbye. Luke.
See ya.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We do appreciate you hanging out with us. And we will see you tomorrow afternoon about 5 o'clock. Thank you so much.
At Domino's, we're more than pizza, so mix it up with our specialty chicken, stuffed cheesy bread, sandwiches, pastas, medium two-topping pizzas, and more for just $5.99 each, and we'll mix stand-up comedy with a robot.
Stuffed cheesy bread and my act have a lot in common. They're both super cheesy. Tough crowd.
You can also mix it up with Domino's salads, marbled cookie brownie, bread twist, and medium two-topping pizzas. Order any two or more for just $5.99 each. 2-item minimum. Bone-in wings, handmade pan pizza, and bread bowl pasta will be extra. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, delivery area, and charges may vary.
Capital One presents a 30-second audio tour of Ireland. Sheep, fairies, golf, charming castle, charming castle, charming castle, charming castle, charming castle.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You know you can actually go there when you use the Capital One Venture Card. You earn unlimited double miles on every dollar you spend on every purchase, which means you'll have plenty of miles to actually travel to Ireland. The Capital One Venture Card. What's in your wallet?
Capital One Bank USA, N.A.